When I wake up in the morning, thoughts don't invade my mind. Do I find the necessary motivation to tackle the tasks that await me? No, I don't even consider it for a moment. When the alarm clock goes off, reflection on the ease or difficulty of the day, my desires, or the will to carry out the designated activities, has no place. Action is carried out without emotion, with discipline. Upon hearing the alarm clock sound, the response is clear. I get up, leave the bed, and prepare to fulfill my responsibilities. No matter how I feel, every day, without exception, I face the lack of desire to perform tasks that, nevertheless, I execute. This is what is known as discipline. It's not about feeling like doing something. There's no enthusiasm when waking up on a Wednesday morning, but discipline drives me to act. Motivation is not a relevant factor for me. I am a disciplined person. If I allocate a certain time to work, I do it, regardless of my emotional disposition. There are moments when the task seems daunting, and yet discipline leads me to work even when motivation is scarce. Every day I wake up without any desire to undertake any task. But here's the key. Discipline compels me to get up and carry out my responsibilities, even in the absence of specific goals or important events. Although life may seem monotonous or challenging, discipline persists.
Discipline involves working when you don't feel like it, learning to rise and act when there are no goals or extraordinary events. You'll face days when your life seems unpleasant, as if you're trapped in a dungeon. But despite the circumstances, you commit to working. Feelings are irrelevant in this process. There may be times when you want to engage in certain activities and others when you don't. However, discipline propels you to go out and do what you must do, regardless of your momentary preferences. Learning to act without motivation is crucial, as the latter is a transient feeling, whereas discipline is enduring and essential. Commitments aren't tied to your emotions. They're fulfilled because it's what you must do. This becomes a way of life, a choice to act regardless of how you feel at the moment. Instead of postponing daily tasks, you get up and do them, whether it's running, making the bed, or studying. The process may be unpleasant and not fun, but this is how you strengthen your mind. The key is to face challenging things daily, even if they're not enjoyable. Learning to act without a specific purpose and carrying out various tasks is essential for personal growth. People often think they need motivation to take actions like exercising, studying, or improving. When motivation is lacking, many choose not to act. Here lies their mistake. The mind must be trained beyond motivation, as it's fleeting, while discipline endures. Today's life allows for success with ease, as most avoid the extra effort and discomfort. However, true greatness lies in discipline. Whatever your ability, if you lack discipline, you lack identity. Discipline is the strength that prevents you from giving up in the face of obstacles. It's acting even when you loathe the task, doing it as if you loved it. Being willing to overcome discomfort is fundamental, as nothing valuable comes comfortably during the creation process. Abandon hope and desire, and adopt the mindset of, I will do it no matter what.
So a lot of people will say that you need to do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. And look, I get it. From a long-term life perspective, yeah, fine. Find a job or find a vocation that you enjoy, something that makes you happy over the long term. I get that, but that is not the plan to follow for your daily life at all. Because if you do what makes you happy right now, well, a piece of cake will make you happy right now. Or laying in bed for an extra 48 minutes will make you happy right now. So there's lots of things that'll make you happy right now, but in the long run, they don't do anything for you. They make you soft. They make you weak. And in the long run, they will not make you happy in life. So, sure, find a job that's going to make you happy in the long term. But for today, don't do what makes you happy. Do what challenges you. Do what pushes you. Do what makes you better.
One of the things you're going to have to understand is that no matter what road you take in life, there are always going to be things you have to do that you just don't want to fucking do. Right? And mind you, it's always a choice. But in order to live the way that you see fit for yourself, there are always going to be things that you have to do that you don't want to fucking do. It's 50% love, 50% ardor, 50% work. It's always going to be that way. I don't care how much you invest in your particular line of love, your line of work. But you don't become personally identified with the down part. You remember the good part, or you really invest your heart and soul into the good part.
Anybody can do the shit they want to do when they feel like doing, okay? Anybody can go to the gym when they feel like going to the gym. Anybody could show up to work and give 100% when they feel good about what they're working on. But that's not what makes successful people successful. What makes successful people successful is what they do when they don't feel like it, okay? It's what you do when you don't feel like going to the gym and you're dragging ass. What do you do when you wake up the next day? What do you do when somebody's not there watching you? What do you do when you have to either do what it is you know you're supposed to do without somebody there to supervise you, or you get to take the play off because no one's going to know the difference? Those are the things that make up success, and that's not motivation. That's discipline.